This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, Consumer News Television, and we are downtown Parker, Colorado. We are at Poor Richard's Bookshop, which is located right here in the busy little plaza here, downtown Parker. Richard, you have been in this location now for how long?
For about 15 months. We opened Labor Day a year ago.
Excellent. And you came, this isn't your first shot at bookstores now, is it?
No, I brought a bookstore with me from just south of Wichita, Kansas.
Excellent. And what brought you over here to Parker?
Basically grandchildren. And the fact that Parker didn't have a bookstore.
Oh, interesting. Parker's a rather big community not to have a bookstore in place.
That's what I thought.
Give us an overview of everything that you offer here in your bookshop.
We have new and used books. And we cover pretty much all genres of books. We can also do special orders if there's a book that a person doesn't have. People don't normally realize that there's over 135,000 titles published every year. That's different titles. So the chances of me having a specific title, especially an obscure title, is going to be slim. But I can order books or help people find books if there's something they really want. And then with the used books, you can save money by buying a used book, recycle the books. Offer a store credit program where if you bring me in books, then you can save even more money than that on what you buy.
Fantastic. I mean, there's not a bookshop here in Parker, so that kind of sets you apart from anybody right off the top. What would you say what is kind of different about your bookshop compared to other bookshops you've seen here in the Denver area?
I try to keep wide aisles. I don't like the feeling of claustrophobia that you get in some bookstores, so we try to keep it open and well lit.
I noticed when we came in here setting up for the actual interview here, your lighting's great, and I noticed you got some comfortable chairs here. You can sit down, and you don't mind somebody grabbing a book and reading a little bit and seeing if they want to take it off the shelf, I'd imagine.
Oh, no, that's all part of browsing in a bookstore.
Excellent, excellent. Who seems to be your customers at this time? Are you seeing a lot of youth? Are you seeing more of the high school age, or is it the elderly? What do you feel really brings them in?
Well, I think we pretty well appeal to everybody. Retired people use the used bookstore because they can save money. But since I'm the only bookstore in town, the high school students have used me for their reading selections a lot from some of their AP classes.
I like to come in here and just browse around, and sometimes I'll find something that I've heard of but I don't feel like paying full price for. So it's kind of just like I like to find little unique books that I wouldn't normally pick up.
Do you come here often?
I try to check in at least like every couple weeks and just kind of like browse and figure out what's new. And I bring in my old books sometimes. I just brought in a couple today. So I really like the way of him giving credit for those. I think that's an awesome way to do business.
I do give a 10% discount to teachers. School city board seem to have a tough time getting enough money, so if teachers want to buy books for their classes, I'll give them a 10% discount.
Do they have the ones that the people you come in for right here in Parker? Do you think Parker's pretty happy to have their own bookshop here?
They sure seem to be.
I would think so. I mean, Parker's, like I say, a very big community, and not to have a little bookshop in place to serve the community, I think is a great asset you're actually bringing to the community here. Now, you said you're able to order books for customers. How long does a book like that, something to come in once they order it?
From the time the order's sent out, it's supposed to take 3 business days. So I normally say allow a week.
In a perfect world, it's 3 days?
Yeah, right.
Anything besides books that you've got here in the shop?
I do have some audio tapes used, cassette tapes, and some used CDs, books on CD. Still have a few children's puzzles. I used to carry the Melissa and Doug brand children's puzzles, but I've kind of gotten away from that, but I still have some of those on hand.
How many books are we looking at here in the shop?
Oh, I think 15 to 20,000 maybe total.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And so you have them pretty much categorized out. I mean, if a person were to come in, and do you have kind of a category? Is it kind of a mix of fiction, nonfiction, that type of thing?
Well, it's grouped by genre. The fiction's together, the nonfiction's together. The fiction is by author. The nonfiction's by guess and by gosh.
Did you notice, did people seem to be kind of open and warm to you as you came into Parker? Hear good stories of people glad that you're here?
Oh, definitely so. People have just been excellent.
So you heard it right there, guys. It's basically Poor Richard's Bookshop downtown in Parker. You see on the bottom of the screen there the actual address is right there, as well as the phone number. So you want to come down and delve into a book. We know a lot of things are going electronic nowadays, and people get online and read a lot of books and take a lot of their reading like that. But we know that a book probably won't go out of popularity.
I think it will ever go out of style.
I don't think so either. Well, I'm here with Richard, and this is downtown Parker, Colorado from Poor Richard's Bookshop.
I like books. I like people. Come on down and see me.